Hello everyone, welcome to the Influential Coach with me, Rita. And today I have Robyn with me and we have a passion, we have the same passion, but we are going to talk that in a second. Welcome to the podcast and don't forget to like, comment and subscribe now already before you forget. Robyn, can you present yourself? Please tell us what you do and where are you from and whatever feels like normal for you.
All right, my name is Robyn Mrnak. I am a transformational master coach and the CEO and founder of TIS Coaching LLC. I help career-driven women who are experiencing chronic pain, whether that's physical or emotional, fatigue, allergies, you name it, anything that is chronic, heal their bodies without unwanted options like pills, injections, or other therapies. And I do this by helping them learn how to reprogram their nervous systems. I am from a really small town in North Dakota, and I grew up riding horses, and I also run a nonprofit equine therapy program as well as my coaching business. So that's a little bit about me in a nutshell.
Okay. So what is the story? What is your story behind you becoming a coach? Do you want to share? What is the story? We all have stories as coach. We always had something that brought us to learn a skill or to expand the gifts that we have. And I want to know yours.
Yeah, so my story started out because growing up, I lacked a lot of confidence and self-esteem, and I always felt like something was missing. I was always looking for more. I didn't really know what that looked like, and I accidentally stumbled into the world of personal growth. I was kind of at a desperate point, and I picked up a self-help book, and then that led me into the world of coaching. So when I started back in 2019, I was mainly helping women grow their confidence, was where I started. And then fast forward to 2021, I was diagnosed with a soft tissue sarcoma, which is a rare cancer. And I totally flipped everything that I was doing. I started into the mind-body connection, and I was really just seeking for a way to heal myself as much as I could, control what I could control, because cancer really makes you feel like you're out of control. And I started studying this, and what happened was I was journaling, I was meditating, I was doing a lot of the things that I coach people on, but I was actually applying them in different ways in my life to help me with my cancer journey. And through that process, I was able to not only make it through cancer with very little side effect. I went through radiation and a major surgery, and I think for the most part, I got through it fairly well with very little pain, something that, especially during cancer, you think that you're going to have a ton of pain and it's going to be this horrible experience. And it wasn't that way for me. And then also what happened was, prior to this, for 5 years, I was suffering from chronic neck and back pain. And I started doing all this stuff because of my cancer journey. What happened was my chronic neck and back pain had literally disappeared. And where this had come from was from a horse accident that I had back in 2016. And I just thought that it was something that I had to deal with for the rest of my life, because I tried everything from physical therapy, massage, chiropractor, acupuncture, you name it, joint supplements, natural stuff, everything that I could think of. And I just thought it was part of me. And then what I learned from studying the mind-body connection and healing myself on this cancer journey, I healed a lot of other things. And I learned that my chronic pain had a lot more to do with a lot of repressed emotion that I was holding on to, not necessarily from that accident.
Wow. I was in silence listening to you. I can feel your energy and I can feel how powerful that was. I want to ask you a question. I don't know if it's very right, but okay, let me try. Did you feel, point one, well done. Let me start by that. And you must be so proud of yourself. Do you believe in destiny?
Yes.
No, okay. I did not want to be so deep, but like I think because I'm a person who went through a lot of things in my life, and I always have this. Like 15 days ago, I was in probably one of the lowest points of my life, my existence, and I knew it. Then that pain was coming from something better and bigger than me after, and I was listening to you, and I did want to ask you like this, but I did not want you to take me wrong. It's just a beautiful way of me to see you, what you are sharing with me. It's sometimes in life, in my perspective, terrible things happen, but it always depends how we react and what we do with. So I know you are helping women. So my question is, when you think about your past and what did happen, do you see it as a gift, or do you see it as, oh, this happened to me and changed me?
No, I totally believe in destiny, and I have everything that's happened to me in my life up to this point has got me where I am today, and why I have this ability to help so many people is because I've been through it and I've lived it, and I know that if I hadn't had these experiences, I wouldn't be able to do this. I wouldn't be able to talk about these things and understand what people are going through. And yeah, from the get-go, even from the time that I was diagnosed with cancer, I decided that I was not going to fall victim to this. I was not going to let it take me down, and I was going to learn something from it. And there had to be, I told myself from the get-go, there has to be a reason behind this. This isn't just happening to me. There has to be a lesson. And I made that promise to myself that I would be open to whatever messages came from that experience, and I was going to use it. And if I got through it, then I was going to use it to help someone else too. And that's exactly what happened. And the message wasn't exactly what I expected, coming from this chronic neck and back pain healing that had been with me for so many years. And that wasn't even at the forefront of my mind, but 100%, it's fate. It's just this path that it just found me or led me here.
Yeah. How did you find out you had no pain anymore? Because a funny thing with the issue like pain or anxiety or panic attacks is when you don't have it, it takes a while to realize you don't have it. Do you remember when you realized you did not have it anymore?
Yeah. So for me, it was the first thing that I noticed in the morning was when I'd wake up in the morning and I'd be like, oh gosh, my back hurts, my neck hurts. I don't want to get out of bed. And I can't remember the exact day, but it was partway through my cancer journey. I think I was done with radiation. So I did 3 weeks of radiation. So 15 treatments. And yeah, I got back home because I did my treatments 12 hours from home. So I had to move away for a few weeks. And then I got back home and got back in my bed, kind of got resituated. And literally one morning I woke up and I was like, I don't have any pain. Like it doesn't hurt to get out of bed. I'm not dreading this, like, oh, now I gotta like get myself out of bed and like work through this. Cause every time I'd get out of bed, you'd have to like get everything kind of loosened up in the morning and start moving around before it got a little bit better. And then, yeah, so then I just started paying attention, because you're right. You don't notice once it's not that you notice when it hurts. And then when it doesn't, yeah. So it just literally, I was like, oh, wait a second. And then I started paying attention, and then I was going throughout my day and I was like, wait a second, this doesn't hurt anymore. It's not there.
Did it blow your mind? Like,
Yeah.
oh, and did you straight away found the connection between your new habits and the no pain, or was a logical thing for you, or was more like it took some time for you to accept and understand, then the control was on your hand?
So that's kind of so for me, I noticed right away, or I knew the connection, because I had been studying this from even before my diagnosis. I was like, okay, well, no matter what this is, because what it was, I had a lump on my inner thigh. And I knew that it was going to have to be removed, whether it was cancerous or not. So I started looking into like healing and my own healing power. So the stuff I was doing, I knew like when it went away that that had something to do with it, right? Because I'd been applying things. But I think what really surprised me was how simple it was. I didn't make any huge life changes. I put in a few simple things, journaling every day, getting my feelings out, really allowing myself to feel things and feel that repressed stuff. A meditation practice, like the stuff that I implemented wasn't huge and it was fairly simple. And that was the most surprising to me, was how easy it actually was. And then I hit that point, like, is this can't be real. There's no way that this worked. But
you feel like a superhero.
yeah. Yeah.
Wow. Oh, I was not expecting, like, I try to not research a lot about who's coming to the guest, because I want this to be natural. And now I want to ask you, so when it was the moment then you start realizing I'll say something, was your obligation to help other women?
Oh my goodness.
I don't know if you felt like that. It's just like, I'm full of, today I'm positive, so it's like I can download a lot of information. So how it was for you?
Yeah, so I kind of feel like, to be honest with you, I kind of feel like I was born with that obligation, if that makes any sense. Like everything that I've been doing even before I knew. So when I like went into coaching too, my closest friends were like, you've been my coach forever. My high school friends, you've always been my coach. You've always helped me through all this stuff. And looking back, I just think that that's always been part of me. So yeah, so with this, it took me a little while. I had to get through cancer. I had to get through the surgery. I had to go through the healing process. And for a while I found myself spinning out because I was so busy, like searching for that, like, why, how am I going to do this? How am I going to, like, I got to get back into it. I got to help everyone. And I needed to take a step back and realize, okay, Robyn, you have to help yourself first, because you can't help anyone else if you don't like allow yourself to heal. So I went through, healed from surgery, started getting myself well and getting on the mend from that big surgery. And then it all just clicked together. It all just started to fall together once I gave myself that time and I was ready to get back into coaching. It fell together so easy once I knew what path I was on and started to reflect back about the last few months or the last year that I'd been through all of this, and it just clicked.
How you're I don't know why I'm going to ask this, but I feel that I'm on a flow to that. So how was for your family or for people around you to observe that? Did you have resistance from them to understand, or was obvious?
I don't know. I think they sometimes look at me like I'm a little bit crazy. Like, how are you? But they know, they've seen me since I've really started in the coaching industry. They've seen how much I've grown and how much I've changed throughout this whole process. So I think now when I'm on the path of something or when I'm hyper focused on something, they're accepting of it. They maybe don't fully understand. They try to understand. They're accepting. I think the big thing, like with me, I'm from a small community, so the community is great. But what I really noticed with people was they expect to hear the worst. So when they ask, well, how are you doing? They expect you to tell about how terrible it is and how terrible you feel. And really throughout my whole cancer treatment and surgery, I can't honestly say I felt terrible. Yeah, there's been some struggle and it's not an easy thing, but everything I'm doing has really helped manage that pain. And I've been in a really good mindset through the whole process. And I know it's all of the work that I have done and continue to do. So yeah, so it's really interesting to see how people, like, they expect the worst. And then when you say something that's not what they're expecting, they give you that look like, what? Are you crazy?
I want you to did coaching empower you? Like, how was the first time then you coach someone and you were paid in cash for that?
Oh my gosh. It was such a, it was such an empowering moment. And
do you remember the moment that you received the payment? I'm saying this because we are passion fighters, and I deeply and completely believe then the first time then I was paid on Passion. So I joined Passion last year. In 12 February, I found Passion. At 6 March, I released my first pancake. First month, I did $5,000. In 5 months, I did $85,000. And then I burned myself out, and now I start all over. That is another story. The thing is, I remember the moment, and I remember it was because I was a passion fighter as well. Majority of my students, my people, my tribe are passion fighters. And Ali paid me my first 497 euros, not dollars, euros. And I felt then that was 10 million or 1 billion of dollars on my bank account, because the perspective, and I'm saying this here because we are talking about coaching, the perspective was, oh, fuck, sorry. Oh, fuck. I made it. I can do this. I fucking can do this. I can convince people I'm good, because you need to be good. You need to believe in yourself. And they pay me. Right? How was for you? Can you tell me exactly the moment where you are when you saw it, all that?
Yeah. So honestly, okay. So from the passion standpoint, I just recently started Passion. So I'm just like getting into that. So I have not sold any of those yet.
Okay.
But my first coaching client, and I started coaching right. I got my coaching certification right like in the middle of COVID, right when COVID hit. So I was trying to start a business, right? And you're in the middle of a global pandemic, and it's like, well, crap. Now what? And I just started putting myself out there. I was home when it happened, and I had a call, and she was someone who I've known for a while, but she reached out to me and she's like, you know what, I need this. And there really wasn't any, we had a conversation about it. We went through the process about, would this work for you? And she didn't even question anything. There was no objection. It was a yes. And I found that with the next like 2 clients after that. And it was just that moment of like, oh my God, like I have something here that is valuable. Like someone wants this.
Yeah. Did you feel like a layer of blocks going away and like expanding, and some the possibilities?
Yes.
The possibility, because what I think is so rewarding. I have been an artist for many years, and I love to be an artist. I'm a DJ. I love to tour the world. I love to share music. But with coaching is another level. It's not just then you go and you get paid. Money is amazing, beautiful, and I love it. And I'm obsessed with, in a good way, because I'm obsessed in cleaning all the limitation beliefs I have about money in my life. And that is a life obsession, is my hobby. I always say that. But it's just like the effect. Then it's like a selfish, almost selfish pleasure of giving, of serving, because it's so rewarding. When you see someone, like when you see a person who came to me, to my first pancake was 500, they did need to pay in 3 times, and now they sell NFTs for $9,000. You say, oh my God, that is so much valuable than the $500 they pay me, right? That's the fact that they say, oh my God, you are not going to imagine, we just did $9,000 with what we learned from you. And say like, oh fuck. Why? The first question is, why is not everyone doing this? Point one. The second, it's I kidnapped my dad. I don't know if you saw it already. And my dad is going to teach about growing microgreens at home, whatever apartment you have. And like, I want to put everyone coaching everything, because it's so rewarding. As you, I don't know, I'm talking, and this is your time, but I want to know, like, is a superpower being a coach, right?
Yes. Yeah, it is. It's amazing. And sometimes like everyone who I've worked with, literally they thank me nonstop. You saved me. I hear that all the time. You saved me. They've had so much transformation. And then I can sit there and be like, I didn't save you. I gave you the tools. You did the work. You did it. You just needed that guide. And to see these women transform is amazing. Ones I've known for years who've worked with me, ones I haven't known at all, and they just started working with me. And to see their growth, whether that's from a pain standpoint, well, it all from a pain standpoint, right? Because we all have some sort of pain. That's why we come find a coach. We have some sort of struggle or some sort of pain, and to see their growth and transformation. And that's been my motto and my mission from the get-go, is to make an impact while making an income. And for me, it's so much more about the impact, and to see that is so rewarding. I just can't like get over what I've seen from people.
Okay, do you think, I'm going to do some questions, and if you feel then you are not comfortable in talking about, we skip that. Do you feel then that rewarding affects your ability to ask for money in a high, like being paid what you deserve, and you feel like kind of guilty because you get so much and you want to help a lot of people? Makes sense what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Because I had that on the beginning. I felt guilty for asking a certain amount. I don't find that anymore because I know what I can provide. But on the beginning, I was so embarrassed. I remember that my first sales calls, my heart, you could see almost my heart beating here. So I have that question for you. Like, do you feel, what is your relation with get paid for your coaching?
Yeah. So I feel that way too. When I started out, it was scary. It was so scary to go out there and say, hey, you know what, I'm going to charge you for this, because I think a lot of it was like, well, what if they pay me, and then what if they don't change? What if I don't deliver? What if they don't? And really, right, it's on them in a sense, because they have to do the work, but also we're humans and we like to sometimes turn the blame. So what if they're like, well, you didn't help me at all. This was the most useless thing. And I spent however much, hundreds of dollars, thousands of dollars, whatever it is, and you didn't help me at all. And I think that was my biggest fear and my biggest block to get around. And then also to flip that mindset of, you know what, I'm providing something of value. What I'm giving them is value. I'm not just taking their money. I'm giving something back. And it's literally like if you go into a store and buy a pair of shoes, you give the cashier money and you walk out with your shoes. And to flip, that was what I really had to do. I had to flip that for myself and be like, I'm providing something here. I'm not just taking someone's money and not giving them anything.
Yeah, and that is where guarantees should play a game, because if you go to all the sessions, if you do all the exercises, if you do, and it don't work for you, it's because we probably are not a good match, and not everyone is ready to. For example, for me, I have people come to me and, oh, sorry, my camera. I have people come to me and say, look, I really want you to help me grow online and become influential and like become a leader on my field, on my niche, on my market. And I look to them and I say, okay, what is your market? I want to teach women, but if they are not precise, if they don't believe in your gift, imagine that we work together. If you don't believe in yourself and in your gift, I cannot amplify. I'm just a toolbox. I can shortcut your success, but then I cannot amplify what you don't have on you. So it's better to, there is where I believe in the coach. Many times we coach everyone because we want to make money and we want to help everyone. But in reality, we helping people who are not ready to be helped will make us feeling bad. Some people are not our match, and they don't need us and we don't need them. And if a person is overcomplicating, because I don't know you, but I have people who pay me 1,000 euros for a session of coaching and strategy, and I never saw them. And then my question is, why are you paying? It's to make in your brain that you did something?
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think, how do you feel now about that?
Yeah, I totally agree. And I've had people, I don't know exactly how to answer that, because I've had people do the same thing, or they'll sign up. I have one program it's a 90-day program. And they'll sign up, they'll pay for it, they'll come to half the sessions, and then they just disappear. Yeah. And I have that instinct, I reach out and I say, hey, you still have sessions, because I feel bad, because I'm like, you're not getting the full value of this, you're not putting in the time. I have your money and you didn't do the work. So, but I've kind of had to also detach myself from that. And I'm a work in progress, so I'm not going to sit and say, oh yeah, I got this down. No, but yeah,
a work in progress. It's 100%. But as a coach, when we do that leap of faith of becoming a coach as our main income source, it's a normally, and if you go through passion, I don't know what day are you? Do you know what day are you now?
I am on day, like, just starting to launch, to put out the 5-day post.
13, 14.
Yeah.
When you need to find your niche, you want to help everyone, right?
Yep.
Yeah. And I found out, like, I was so stressed and I didn't want to help everyone. And in the beginning, I helped coaches and artists because I was both. But then you realize that artists don't get the profits that a coach gets, because if you are making 10,000 euros a month, I can make you to make 20,000 euros a month if we work together. And that is just because we find what is your gift and we expand and we tell the story and we bring people in and we pack all your offer in a different way and we offer. So, but then with artists, what can I do? In special on COVID, I cannot find bookings for you. It's much more difficult. I cannot find. You found passion. You are going to release your app. What is your plan for the future? Like, what is your vision for 2022? We are in March already, but I want to know your vision.
Yeah. So I really, this is the first time launching my pain coaching program too. And I thought to myself, I've been playing around for the last year. Well, okay, so 2021, kind of like midway through the year, went crazy with cancer. And then that was my focus. But at the beginning of 2021, I wanted to do an online course. And I started looking into all of that stuff. I've taken other coaching courses too that are they use Kajabi and stuff like that. Teachable was another big one. And then I found passion, and I did find it back in 2021, and I kind of pushed it to the side, but that was where, and at that point, I don't think I was niched down enough. Just like we were talking, I wanted to help all the women do all the things and heal all the things and fix all the things. And I wasn't there yet. And now that I'm so niched down in this pain lane, I came back to passion, and I came back because I was like, you know what am I more apt to do? Am I more apt to like log into my computer and go to Kajabi or Teachable, or am I going to pick up my phone and go on an app to do the trainings and watch and be engaged? And 100%, I'm always going to pick up my phone and go on the app. So I was like, if I can make a coaching program and use the app, and then also offer group coaching, one-on-one coaching, I could help so many more people. And they're going to stick with it. They're going to be more accountable because it's that much easier. And that's what my vision for 2022 is about, is growing this pain program, but then also creating this app because of the simplicity for it. And we as humans love easy. We love simple. So my hope is that my future clients will stay more accountable, or even like the people we talked about that pay something and then they stop showing up to sessions because it takes work. So to make it as easy as possible, so that many more people are going to do it and benefit from it and make the impact that much greater.
What kind of coach are you?
What kind of coach am I? So I am my certification is
In the way that you relate, are you just flying on love and attention, or are you sometimes you call out people who are not doing what they should?
okay. Am I a tough love coach? Or yeah, okay. So I think I fall right in the middle.
Okay.
I have a really soft, like when someone comes in and you know they're struggling and I embrace them, I hear them out. I'm always supportive, but then it comes to the point where after they've done the work for a while, and then if they're still not the same, it's like, okay, let's break this down. Let's take off the rose-colored glasses and get to the bottom of this and look at it more realistically. So it just really depends on who I'm working with and who can handle, because some people that scares them, right? Like if you're too abrasive or too hard, then they back down, and other people need that. So I think it's just for me reading people and seeing where they're at, meeting them where they're at, which I think is what most coaches do. It's meeting your client where they're at.
How you see when you did the first day, the meditation and seeing on the future, can you tell me what was your description of your vision for the future?
Oh my gosh.
I do very tough questions. I don't want Rachel, sorry, Robyn, I don't want to make you uncomfortable. I'm just like,
No, I love tough questions. That's also when you're talking about what kind of coach are you? I'm a tough question coach. So I ask really deep, tough questions, and then I sit and wait for a response.
I ask because I feel your vibe is, I look very soft, but I will say some truths on your face, then you don't have a way to run away.
Yeah.
I just want to, what you want, woman, what you want, what is your future? Tell me about your future. I listened to a phrase this week on a training. I'm always learning something else. And this comes to me each time that we are talking. So it's something to say something like, become the person who took ownership of the result before you have any clue how to get to the result. And I feel that, yeah, you are that kind. I am that kind. So I think so because of that, I want to know your future. Tell me what is going to happen on your future. Not what you wish. Tell me what is going to happen on your
future. What is going to happen?
Yes.
I'm going to scale this app, and I'm going to make people see a whole.
You want to help in, I don't know, next year, during the next year?
How many?
How many?
Oh gosh. At least 100.
Okay, women, right?
Women.
What is your normal age for women? What is your perfect client? What is the name of your
my perfect age? So this is a hard question for me because so I'm 28. Mm-hmm. So my ideal range is like 25 to 40-ish. And then I was doing another coaching program, and I had a marketing coach say, when you market to people, like usually people in their 20s don't have it figured out yet, or they think they're too smart to have all this figured out. And I don't know. I was that person that I was like, hey, I need some help, and I'm going to go find some help. And I think there are other people in their 20s like me, but so then I also, that trips me up because that sticks with me that he said that. Cause I'm like, well, shoot, maybe I need to find that 30 to 45 age group. I see, but I'm not that old, so.
No, but you don't need to be. You have the experience. You have a story to tell. Let me give you let me coach you.
Okay.
woman, you have everything that is needed to go viral. Okay. When I mean go viral, I don't mean necessarily having thousands of millions of followers. I mean go viral and bring to you the women who are ready to work and pay the price that you want and you deserve. Because you are 28, but I never had cancer, at least then I did know. And you did, and you crossed it, and you have a story to tell. And is your obligation, even if you don't know, I don't know which is your relation with social media, but my normally clients, my tribe, they don't really like social media. They feel that social media values go against what they teach and what they heal. They get stuck. They feel people don't interact. They don't like them. The algorithm don't like them. The algorithm is always the monster. They never know what to post. They struggle, then they post and they run away. It's you, right? And they post and they run away as fast as they can because they don't want to know. And then they get 10 likes on a photo and they complain they just have 10 likes and they don't realize it's 10 potential people then you can help. Forget the little hearts, go open the profile and check the person. And you have that. You did it. And many of us, we will never have a health struggle. My mom died with malaria when I was 10. And my mom died in 15 days. You crossed that huge mountain, and all of you, including me, that I'm much older. I'm a little bit older than you. Then I bow down and say, wow, whatever you did, even if I'm very impressed with the back and neck pain, I know the connection. Like, you get me with your story. So the only thing you need to help much more than 100 people is to come together in a way that you can share your story in the way that you feel comfortable. Really important. Because another magic thing about social media is, point one, oh, many people say, oh, well, yeah, I'm scared of posting. Yeah, what the hell is the worst thing can happen?
Nobody likes it.
No, nobody likes it. Okay, so what? And then if nobody likes us, please be honest. Why should they like? Because many times we do posts on the reason why I was giving away a free course about how to make viral posts is because, like, you need to ask yourself, okay, what I want to post, why I want to post, for who is this post, what I want them to feel, what I want them to do, and what are my goals for the post, what is my call to action. So you have a story. Do you know how many fake people are there with a much smaller story than you? The only thing is they put the lights on and like spotlights and they wrap in a beautiful, I don't know, gifts, wrap, whatever, and a beautiful bowl like on top of a car, like you see, and that is, and they don't have it, and you have it. And that respect is money, is cash money, magnets on your bank accounts. And me as an influencer coach, as me as an influence dealer, let's do it like this. I think then you have everything and you believe in yourself. So you are my perfect client. But this is exactly because you have inspired. Do you feel how people get inspired by you, or you are not 100% sure about that?
I feel it, but then there's sometimes where I doubt it. Does that make sense? Like I'll be there and I'll be like, yes, like what I'm saying, people are hearing me.
Stress, and some days I don't like this dress. Like, yeah. It's the same. If I'm in my period, I don't want to dress nothing with, I don't know. It's but you have it. I want you you have no clue about my life story. I have a lot of beautiful and crazy and not so beautiful moments in my life, but I have a lot of experience and I feel inspired from you or by you. And I think it's that, in my perspective, if you reach out to me and say, Rita, look, I want to grow, I want to help more people. Because my coaches come to me, it's not then I want to be famous. It's I want to help more people. How we can do this? You have all the elements. It's just a question of packaging and how we speak and how we share. because women want stories of young women who did need to fight cancer, because we know that women who are 40 plus, 50 plus, many go through that. But younger women, how is society holding you? Because, how can you manage? So I think it's beautiful. How people can find you, and what offers do you have now for them to contact you?
Okay, how can people find me? So you can find me at Tiz Coaching, TIZ Coaching.com. That's my website. And then I also have a free Facebook group, and it's called Cure Your Life, Reprogram Your Mind, and Access Your Natural Healing Power.
Wow.
So you can find me on Facebook. I have, if you type in Robyn Mrnak, you'll find my Facebook page. I also have a business page. So Instagram, I'm Robyn_Tiz Coaching. I'm on TikTok at Robyn_Tiz Coaching. I'm all over social media. So if you, whatever platform you're on, if you type in Robyn Mrnak, you'll find me, because I am the only Robyn Mrnak that I've been able to find on Facebook. The benefits of having a different last name. My programs right now, I have my mastermind 90-day one-to-one program. And then I have a group program called In Your Corner Community. And that is just for women who are looking purely for community and personal growth on a smaller scale, or maybe they're just dipping their toes into the world of healing and confidence. I have a teen program for teenage girls who are struggling with confidence. And then I also have my pain-free program, which will be soon coming on an app.
Oh, can you tell me for who it is? Let's just layer for who it is. Your work is for who?
My work is for hustling, career-driven women.
Nice. So good. Oh, I'm impressed with you and your story. I think you should be very proud of yourself. Promise me, then you are going to say in the mirror, I'm proud of myself, like 10 times today, just for me, just to pay me for this podcast. Guys, I did like if you are just listening, the audio is going to sound weird what I just did, but okay. I want you to go and fly, open your wings and fly, because women need you. We need that story. We need that example. We need to understand that it's possible by someone who did it without the intention of doing, but did it. And we have a tendency to always complicate these things where are not so complicated. And another thing is, many of us, we feel like we need to understand how something works to use it. But in reality, I keep using electricity and I have no clue how it works until today. So I want you to leave a message to people listening to us and watching us. Leave there a deep message to the women who will reach out to you. I want you to leave a message to them, talk directly to them.
All right. I just want everyone to know how wildly capable you are. We sometimes get so caught up in the need to find something outside of ourselves to heal or to feel better. We look through doctors and medicine, supplements, everything else that's outside of ourselves. And what I really want everyone to know is that you are your own best healer and you have everything inside of you. You just need to tap into that inner healing power and just know how strong and wildly capable you are.
Beautiful. Thank you so much, Robyn. It was such a beautiful conversation. I enjoy each second. We are going to talk, but we are going to say bye to them. Guys, don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, reach out to Robyn. She's ready to help you, and reach out to me if you want to become the leader on your field, if you want to transform other people's lives. I'm ready and waiting for you, because you are my future. Big thank you. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, Robyn. And I see you
Thank you.
next one.